I don't even know if these work. I just decided to use them. I prefer having my hair up, but maybe this will work as well. Okay, I can't do it. Okay, hello everyone. Today I wanted to play around with makeup. It's like 7 p.m. at night. Actually, it's like 7:30. It's been a hard couple of weeks for a lot of people actually, because of all of the murder of George Floyd and the consequent riots and everything boiling over basically, and the world is kind of, I mean, hopefully the world is resetting and becoming a better place. I fully support all of the peaceful protests going on. It's also kind of like hard because there's a lot of rioting and looting and things like that, and obviously that's not a good thing, but at this point, what can you expect other people to do? Human rights is not politics. That's on that. Today I am just going to do a little bit of a talking through makeup thing. I wanted to try to figure out like a niche to fall into, like I've been following Bailey Sarian and she's really cool. She talks about murder mysteries while she's doing her makeup, and I think it's like such a cool niche. It's what got her really popular, and I mean, if I can like look up to anyone, it's Jackie Aina, because I can just watch her do her makeup and talk about anything and it can all make sense. It just, you know, and I wanted something that I could kind of do like that. And I was thinking about talking about TV shows, because I really love TV shows and I love doing my makeup. And I did have like another channel where I talked about TV shows and stuff like that. And those videos were pretty popular, except mainly all I talked about was rain. And I'm hoping that maybe I can push them together and do something like that. And also I wanted to do a Pride look this year, because I did film one last year but I never uploaded it. But the photos are in my Instagram. My Instagram is @ishtar.beauty. If you want to go see my look from last year, I want to do something similar, but the timing just doesn't feel right to celebrate Pride Month with everything else that's going on. I should probably start my makeup. I'm going to do a green look today. So I'm going to use the Huda Beauty Emerald Obsessions. It looks like this. It's so pretty. I feel like I haven't seen many people use this, so I'm excited to use that. And if I have anything else from my collection, I'll just use that. And then also I got this, I already got some on my thumb. I also got this in the mail today, this Vise Art palette. My friend and I made an order and he got a bunch of stuff for his kit, but I was like, oh, I probably shouldn't. So I just got this palette here because I thought it would be perfect for traveling and things like that. It's like the warm neutrals, but it has a bit of shimmers in it. So it's like nice classic neutral palette. So I might just use a couple of these as like, I don't know, like transition colors or something, just so I can involve that into it. These past couple of days I've kind of had to check myself, because I always thought that I was like not racist and like, oh my god, I'm a Middle Eastern woman and I've experienced racism. Well, I really haven't. Like, I'm pretty white passing for an Iraqi woman. Like, I've always acted like I was more oppressed than I was, and that sounds really, really stupid. Tell yourself to shut up. You're not, nothing about you screams like oppressed. Look at where you've grown up, look at like who you are. So all you can do at this point is support the people that don't have the same privilege as you, and try to get them to a point where they are the same as you. Not saying that I haven't experienced bigotry and racism and sexism, but who am I to complain about my situation, you know? I really want to try to help as many people out as I can by donating money, by signing petitions. I wasn't able to go to the protest on, when was it, on Saturday, because I have to finish my degree. I had to finish my degree. I've now finished my last assignment, but the next one I will be there or I'll be square. I kind of have people that are immunocompromised that are around me, so I don't want to get sick and then get them sick, because I'll be fine. I'm a young person. The way that I would get sick isn't as severe as someone. There's some of the people around me that would get sick off it. My eyebrows are growing out. Ugh. I did a little bit of plucking. Essentially, I am just going to shut up. It's not my place to be like, oh my god, like, I didn't realize how much privilege I had. Because that's not helping anyone. It's just like white guilt, you know? I feel like I'm so uneducated right now. I'm here to retweet, I'm here to amplify your voice, I'm here to donate, and I'm here to protest, well, as much as I can. And I get so annoyed when I hear people, it's like, oh, you're so leftist. Well, sorry that if it's a leftist to actually care about people. I don't understand that. Do black people not count to conservatives? Like, are they not people? Like, why is it an issue? I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable doing a private because I just feel like it's just like, read the room, bro. Oh my god, read the room, bro. Read the room. But if I feel comfortable enough, I'll do it. And I donate to LGBT causes all the time, and so I'm happy to donate to as many. So I'm happy to donate to as many causes as I can, because does it look like I need the money? I'm using the P. Louise Base No. 2 as my eyeshadow primer. I do my eyeshadow first because the fallout, and I just prefer it. I do my eyebrows first because I just like to get them out of the way. I don't typically like this primer, but also it will do. I'm not going anywhere, so. Because I have been looking into black-owned beauty brands, at this moment in time, I am like on a strict no-buy, just because this whole quarantine I've just been buying a bunch of shit. And I'm on this like no-buy because I'm just like, oh, I don't need it. I have a bunch of Fenty stuff, not too much. I have a Pat McGrath order coming, and I have a Juvia's Place order coming. They're taking ages, Juvia's Place. But that's not enough. I've been looking into Uoma Beauty and Denise and Myrick. So once I'm ready to let myself buy shit again, I'm going to definitely look there first. I want to support Indigenous Australians. I feel like that's more important for me because I live in Australia, but they're mainly things that I've found have been like organic natural beauty products, in terms of like botanical hand soaps and sprays and aromatherapy, and I'm always happy to do that, but I just know that for me, my skin doesn't react well to things that have a lot of like natural essence, like essential oils and stuff like that. Like anything that has like lavender or roses or anything like that. So I think most of it's like eucalyptus based things that I've seen, but if I can find stuff that I actually would use and I will actively support, then I will do that. I will do more research. And if you know of any Indigenous Australian or Torres Strait Islander or Maori owned brands or products, and I'm more than happy to support. I'm going to start with the Viseart or Viseart Golden Hour palette, and I'm just going to take I probably won't even use that many things in this, but I'm going to take this color here called Montaigne. I'm going to use that as a transition shade. Oh my god. So I believe that these Viseart palettes aren't as good quality or great quality as their like regular, like, was it 12 pan shadow palettes? But I will say, wow, like that is already looking amazing. They're more affordable, but wow, like already that is just, it's still Viseart, so it's like, bruh. I will just quickly put on a primer. I've done my skin prep, but except for primer, I haven't done that. So I will use the Fenty Pro Filter primer. I got a facial the other day, and then the next day these two showed up, but obviously that you can tell that they've been popped and they're going to become scars because I am a disgusting human being and I can't help it. I don't know, my skin's been flaring up, and I believe it's partly due to that facial kind of bringing everything out, and also partly due to the fact that I've been stressed because I'm almost finished my degree. Oh my god, I can't wait. Like, I can't wait to find out if I've passed, which I'm pretty sure I have passed, but you always feel like insecure about that stuff, sometimes. So I'm going to take a vegan angled shadow brush by XO Beauty, and I'm taking, I don't know if these even have names, but I'm taking this dark green over here in the Huda Beauty Emerald Obsessions. I'm taking a whole lot of that, and I'm going to pack it onto my crease as much as I can. Probably shouldn't have put that crease color down. I'm regretting that. So I'm just packing it down. Don't worry about blending it. We'll do that later. I just finished watching the new season of 13 Reasons Why. Don't ask me why I kept watching it after season 1. It was just one of those things where it's like, oh, you kind of want to hate watch it. But I'm glad I did, because honestly, season 4 shat all over every other season. It was so kind of hard to watch, just because high-key, low-key, this is triggering, because some of the things where it's like, oh my god, if you've dealt with anxiety, you can understand. But I'm just like, oh my god, like, how are they even making this right now? And then when it got to the end, I was just like, oh my god, why? I'm taking this mint shade here, and I'm taking that on this Ronya E14 brush. It's like one of those small blending brushes that's like micro kind of blending brushes. And I'm then going to take that and blend out the edges of the darker green. Okay, this is too flimsy. I'm going to take one of my favorite kind of brushes. That was a bit too flimsy. I wanted something that will pack it on a bit more. So this is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH40. This is one of my favorite kinds of brushes, where it is like a pencil brush, but it's longer and it's fluffier, but it's still dense enough that it'll pack on the color. So I'm just taking that and I'm going to blend out the shadow. That's just been my experience with that series. It didn't start on the best foot, and it's gotten so much controversy over the years. I don't know, I feel like something like that, maybe not exactly that show, but something like that was meant to be created for mass consumption, just so that it amplifies the fact that there is such thing as mental illness and like all these other situations, these bad situations that occur at homes and stuff like that. So at first I was like, why did they not push the date back because of all the events that has been happening? And then after watching it, I was like, oh, okay, I see, because a lot of it is relevant to what has been going on. Weirdly, a lot of it's relevant. So I blended that out. I'm going to go back into the Visart palette, and I'm going to take the black color called Tuileries. I thought I did French. Okay, I'll put that back later. I'm going to take that, I'm going to deepen up the, I'm going to go back in with that more flimsier, smaller blending brush and go in with the black and kind of deepen up the outer corner. I want to say that I did kind of enjoy that last season, even though it was very extremely sad and low-key a bit triggering because of, you know, anxiety. At that point, I was like, oh, I want to see what else happens to these characters. I was like, why is this ending now? Kind of thing. Like, I mean, I know it was the end, but it made you want like some sort of like spin-off or something in a more happier tone. But any spin-off they create from that would not have a happy tone, I will say. Now that there's that darkness there, because I tapped a little bit with that. Black is so pigmented. Like Vizia, know their shit. I'm gonna go back in with that green and go over the top of it, just so like the green's not lost and it's not just some weird black starkiness. What's everyone else watching? Because of that, I just started watching Unorthodox. I finally watched the last 2 seasons of Santa Clarita Diet, because I watched the first season when it first came out, and then I was like, oh, whatever. But I was so upset watching it because I was like, I know that it's been cancelled and we're not gonna get a 4th season. How did I get from the issue of like racism into like my favorite TV shows ending? I'm a bit of a mess. Like, obviously I'm not reading the room. Like my favorite saying, like read the room. Like I'm not reading the room right now. Apologies. I'm now taking the middle green shade color, middle shimmery green color. I don't know if these have names. Anyway, I'm just going to take that and I'm going to put that on the eyelid. Such a gorgeous shade. This palette is so pretty. When people want black owned brands to be at the forefront of the beauty industry, I'm always like, yes. Black women like to see their black owned brands because that's what they use, and they want it to be the mainstream because of course their products are freaking amazing. The reason why there's no spotlight on them is because of like systemic racism. At the time when Huda Beauty came out, I was proud because I was like, oh my god, a Middle Eastern woman. Not just that, she's an Iraqi woman, which I'm annoyed that she doesn't really talk about that, because it's like, I'm an Iraqi woman. I was born in a Western country, but I talk about being Iraqi, so I was just annoyed she wouldn't actually, you know, admit that she was. I've never heard her actually admit it. But I was like, oh my god, like an Iraqi woman like getting so big in the beauty industry. But it's not as crazy because she has this massive company now. It's not the same as a black owned brand at all. Like, and if that little tiny amount of tiny amount of joy got me there. Can't even imagine the way black women feel about, you know, black owned brands. Again, me trying to explain my privilege. I don't even know. I sound like a freaking idiot, honestly. I'm a mess. I don't know how I'm gonna edit this. Hopefully you can understand where I'm coming from, basically. I don't, yeah, you probably don't. You probably just like shut the fuck up. Go back to blending eyeshadow. So now we're gonna bit to the tricky part. Just as like a bit of a highlight. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna take this green here and just put it on the center of the eyelid. I don't think it'll do much, but hopefully add a little bit of definition. Not really. Thought I would try to get as much use out of this eyeshadow as I can. Here's a bit of the fun part. I'm going to do a trick that I've seen on Instagram, mainly from Renzate. I believe she's Norwegian, and she's just one of the most incredible makeup artists on Instagram that I've seen. I scoured the internet just to find a product that she was using, and I spent more money than I should have on that product just because I wanted it so bad because she had it. I was like, oh my god, I need it. Once you've created a look, she kind of creates an eyeliner and then does it in a look within that eyeliner kind of thing. But she doesn't actually just like carve it out like a cut crease. She actually gets rid of the eyeshadow so that the cut crease or whatever's under it actually shows up better. I'm gonna do it and then you guys will be able to see. But when I do things on camera, I tend to fuck them up. So let's hope I do this properly. So I'm taking this brush here and I'm putting some micellar water on it. It's just an angled brush. And I'm going to carve out a pretty large wing. I would use a cotton bud or something like that, but this is just so much more accurate. I want it to be pretty large so that you can actually tell. Doing looks like this is so fun. I don't know why I don't do them often. Obviously she has better creativity than me and she does it in a way that's like unlike anything else. Rocio, oh my god. I'm disgusting. I've heard her name pronounced so many times and yet Rocio. Oh my god, y'all know who she is. I'll just put her Instagram here. But she also does some freaking amazing looks with like creativity that's like out of this world. Like, I don't know. So my favorite black creators. The first one that comes to my mind is Donnie Darkowitz. She's so good. The amount of talent, the amount of the grind, the talent, they inspire me to actually do more because I know I can do it. My laziness just stops me every time. I'm just taking a clean cotton bud and I'm just going over it so there's no residue of the micellar water. Got some eye primer left on the back of my hand, so I'm just going to go over that now. See how it's just so much better than layering product on top of the eyeshadow. The one thing that I don't have that stops me from doing more looks like this is patience. I have no patience. I kind of want it to be a bit more like higher. This is so boring. No wonder I like completely lose interest and just end up always doing like some boring look with the one wash of colour on the lid, you know. So I'm taking this JH 46 brush by Morphe and I'm taking murky khaki green shimmery metallic colour. I'm using that as the liner shade, so I'm just packing that on really carefully. Hopefully the liner is still sticky so it latches on. Maybe I should spray it a little bit. Ooh, I might just spray it a little bit. Oh, that's nice. So Renzate usually kind of like makes this like a whole other kind of eyeshadow look within the liner, but right now this is what I'm doing. I really hope I don't come off as virtue signaling. Honestly, that's probably how I am coming off, and it's not even one of those things where I want people to know that this is how I am. I want people to change. I want people to be educated. Sometimes you're trying to educate an old ass man that's set in their ways after years of like knowing that this is how everything is. Like, I can completely understand, like for some people there's no education, but you can try. A lost cause is a lost cause, so what am I going to do now? I don't really want to mess with it too much. I might just put like a black liner and that's probably what I'll do. So I know I tend to go overboard and then I kind of regret it afterwards. So I'm going to use the same brush that I used to outline the liner. I'm just going to clean it up. I want it to stop at my eyebrow. I'm just going to put in the primer. She is kind of cute. She's also kind of red. While I let kind of the primer that I just put back on settle in, I'm just going to put some eyeliner on. I'm going to use the Maybelline Hyper Sharp Wing. You don't even have to put eyeliner on. I'm just going to because I want it to come together. This is why I made a really thick line when I did lime green. I'm just going to take the... Oh no, this is the pink one, isn't it? No, this is the right one. I'm going to take the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Liner in Distortion. And I'm just going to put that on top of the lime khaki green eyeliner. Just as an extra sparkle. Okay, so it's not perfect. It is what it is. This eye is like 100 times better than this one, just saying. Oh, I love these. They're so nice. Oh my god. Whenever I do looks like this, my eyes just like... the circumference of my eyes just like grows by like 5 centimeters. I'm going to go with a foundation now. My face looks so red because of my cheeks. This is the brush that Jackie Anna always raves about, so I picked it up. It's the NYX Professional Makeup like foundation brush. I just always watch her put her foundation on and I'm like, I want to put my foundation on like Jackie Aina, so I got this brush. And I think I've only used this foundation once. This is the Natasha Denona Face Glow foundation. My favorite foundation of like all time is the NARS natural one. I don't know what it's called, but it's sitting over there. Stephanie Nicole, I think she raved about this one when she was telling people what foundation to get from Sephora, and she said this was really good. So I think I've used it once and I really liked it. The only thing, because of how pale I've gotten over the quarantine, this was my shade and now it's not. This is such a nice brush for the price. Ugh. You know some brushes where you did kind of pay a lot for them, and when you put them on your face you're just like, oh wow. Like the fact that I put SPF on every day, me just also not be going out. Like I used to just drive to work every day, so even with SPF on I did tend to get a little bit of colour, but now ethnically ambiguous things. I may have put a lot of foundation on. I'm going to carve out my eyebrows with a separate brush with the foundation. Oh, I put this sponge so long ago, it's like drying up. I look so healthy now that my complexion looks normal and not pale like it was before. I'm taking the NYX Pop Concealer in beige. I'm taking that and spot concealing my blemishes and also using it as a corrector under my eyes. Kind of went weird around here, so I'm just going to kind of clean it up. I really enjoy this concealer. This foundation covered up a lot, like the redness on my face. Wow. I'm using this It Cosmetics shadow brush to blend in the concealer. And then I'm taking the Colourpop No Filter Concealer in shade Light 10 and doing a little bit of highlighting. Wow, she's really good. I'm taking both the Pat McGrath under eye highlighters in, or under eye setting powders in medium and light because I kind of want like, I don't want it to be too light, but I don't want to be too dark, so I'm just gonna take both of them. I thought I had 2 Real Technique setting brushes. Can't find any of them, so I'm just gonna take this Morphe M504 brush and I'm just mixing them two, and I'm just going to really lightly set this area. I haven't used this product in a while. This is the Soleil Tan de Chanel by Chanel. Dude, this was on everyone's hit list back in the day. I remember when I got it, I was like, oh my god. I used a gift card and I was like, wow, she bougie. I must have been in high school. I probably should not keep it, but I don't know, I'm pretty clean with how I handle everything. The question is, will I repurchase it when I finally finish it? You're so golden. I'm also going to use a product that I haven't used yet. This is the Elizabeth Arden Nectar Cream Blush. I'm going to use the same brush because, well, why not? Oh my god. I knew this was pretty, but I didn't realize it was going to be this pretty. Can you see that? Oh my goodness. That is gorgeous. And it goes so well with the eyeshadow. Holy shit. I always put blush on my nose. Why not? I feel like this needs a little bit of black in the inner corner, like, you know, the foxy eyes. Let's see. No, that looks so bad. I'm gonna be honest, it looks terrible. Because it needs to go pointing down a bit more, huh? I'm gonna go under my eye, kind of how I did the top. So I'm gonna start with the darker green. I do love these brushes that Morphe has, but they're so spiky. Oh my god. Another smudge brush. This one's from Mint Cosmetics. I'm just gonna take that mint green. I'm gonna go just around. Oh, it's a bit too stiff and it's probably moving my concealer, but that's okay. For the inner corner, I'm gonna go in with this color. That's kind of like a lighter green than this sparkly metallic one, but it's like more of a shimmer than a metallic. And I'm just gonna take that on the inner corner and kind of bring it up into a bit of the crease. I like to do this sometimes. It really opens up the eye. It's probably not my trick or anything like that, but something that I have started to do. What happens? I literally don't understand how one eye can go completely different to the other eye, like subconsciously. I low-key got this trick from Manny MUA last night when I was watching his video on black-owned beauty brands. Whew, I'm gonna put lashes on and mascara and then I'll be back. I may have, for once in my life, put my eyelashes on correctly. I mean, not without any issues. I did get a lot of glue on the front of this. These are the eyelashes by Colourpop in Mummy, and they might be a dupe for the lashes in Miami. I feel like that's their style that they were going for, but oh my god, look how big my eyes look now that there's like lashes on. I kind of want to put something in my waterline. I was thinking like either Mistletoe or Crocodile Tears by Jeffree Star, but I don't know. I'm thinking maybe an ombre. So I'm starting with Mistletoe at the front and then putting Crocodile Tears towards the end of my eye. This is a JH 47 brush, and I'm going in with the Crocodile Tears color towards the end. For some reason, Crocodile Tears is not latching onto the waterline. It's a bit too watery. It's actually getting my eye. Please don't attempt this at home. I have probably just ruined my cornea. I think I'm just going to keep using Mistletoe because Crocodile Tears might be a bit too watery. Why did I do this? Let's just finish the face so I can get this over and done with. Okay, I'm gonna take the... Should I set? There's no real reason to set, is there? I'm not going anywhere. No, I'm not setting. But I'm taking the Sephora glow stick and I'm gonna use that on my fingies. And I'm gonna put it in the high points of my cheeks. And this is gonna kind of be like a little bit of a wet look. And then we're gonna put highlighter on top of it and it's gonna look extra. I believe that this is like an old technique. I'm not making anything up. Like, I know that this exists, but it's something that like I came up with by myself, but it's not an original thing. Like, I didn't create this trick, but I was like, oh, this looks like an interesting thing. I'm gonna start doing it. I'm gonna take the Sub-Zero highlighting palette from Mitchell, and I'm just gonna use this Sigma Subculture. I said this last time. The Sigma Structure Brush by Jordan Liberty. I'm mixing Made It and Lifestyle, and I'm just gonna put that on top of that highline. I'll find my setting brush. Gosh, I'm just gonna go in a little bit more in that with the Pat McGrath light, because I feel like I do want it just to be a bit brighter. I feel like I want more contrast with the eyeshadow. I won't lie, the highlight's looking kind of muddy. I probably shouldn't have used such a dark shade, but that's okay. I will set the bronzer a little bit. I'm using the Marc Jacobs Tantric bronzer. I'm going to use this random ass Bella brush, but like one of those eBay quality brushes, but it's like honestly the best at contouring. I'm just going to go over the cream contour. Oh, such a good brush. Can you believe that this brush is like worth like nothing basically? It looks so bronzed. And then just a little bit of blush. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay in Captivating. Just over that Elizabeth Arden one to bring it out a bit more. I'm so extra at this point. Like, and I'm just gonna in with a little bit of in blankets, and I'm just gonna go into the high points. It's like 4 highlights from this palette with the freak. All that's left now is the lip. I'm gonna do this because I haven't. This is a Pat McGrath lipstick in 1995. It's very matte. I'm gonna use a lip liner just. This is MAC in Boldly Bare. It's been so long since I put lip liner on. I'm missing my MAC Whirl lip pencil. I'm really upset about it too. But I feel like Boldly Bare is nicer, to be honest. And then going with 1995. No, I'm gonna do it this way. Oh, beautiful. It glides on so nicely. it's so pretty. Stop. I'm going to go in with Candy Drip by Jeffree Star Cosmetics just in the center of the lips because I love me a little bit of gloss. Oh, and setting it. Oh, just said I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty Make It Do. Was it Would It Do setting spray? Oh my god, it smells amazing. I've been using the Morphe one because I feel like they came out with this the same time this came out. I thought it was kind of like a dupe. The Morphe one kind of looks like a dupe for the Rihanna one, the Fenty one. And I feel like they're kind of the same, but this one smells way better than this one, but this one actually does smell really nice. So if you are looking at this, have a try of this first and see what you think of it, because they're pretty much, I feel like this one's more dewy though. This one is just like a nice setting spray, but this one's like a nice dewy setting spray. Oh wow. Oh, I thought Fix Plus smelled good. Oh, no way. Cool. So I didn't set it, but I don't feel like I need to. I'm gonna go anywhere. And just as I was done, card full, obviously that was gonna happen. I love this look. Gosh, I love it so much. Because of my blinking, it kind of looks like a cut crease, huh? Wow, did I enjoy this? Yum. Mmm. So yeah. Oh. I have to do a thumbnail, like. Huda, can you put me on your page, please? Why don't I do this more often? This is so pretty. Oh. This is me gassing myself up. Kind of what I want to give away is just Black Lives Matter. I don't make AdSense or anything because I have like 0 subscribers. But payday, I believe, is either tomorrow or Thursday for me, and when that day comes, I'll be donating to a couple of Indigenous Australian funds as well as some Black Lives Matter funds. Not that I already haven't, but it's the least I can do. Really, it's literally the least I can do. I just want to say, everyone needs to be kind to each other, but if you're an asshole and you're a bigot, then I'm going to call you out for being a bigot and an asshole, you know what I mean? You know, I expect the same come back to me if I'm being someone that is being unkind to people. I got into some Twitter fights this week because of LGBT rights and because of being anti-Trump in general. I was called a couple names, so I don't mean in that sense, but I'm just saying, like, hold me accountable if I'm saying something wrong about race or anything like that. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking because I think I've just jumbled up everything and nothing makes sense. So yeah, thank you for watching again. Please comment, like, subscribe, blah, blah, and more than anything, just donate to and support Black Lives. Yeah, I'll see you later. Bye.